This, right here, is what we call a 1 in a million origin story. You're looking at Golden State Warriors guard Pat Spencer nailing the Cavs before hitting them with the money sign celly.
Spencer dropped in the three. That's big time. You kick it back out. Did he give him the money sign? I love Pat Spencer. Well, first name Pat, last name Spencer.
Later that game, he pulled his level 3000 Aura badge, waving Cavs fans goodnight after nailing the game-winning free throw.
And a new career high in his first NBA start and a Warrior win. Look at him waving. He's waving at the Cleveland Cavaliers fans.
The game before, he put one in Adam Bona's eye.
Does Maxey Otto with the quick hands. Spencer three. Good! Pat Spencer again! Look at him beating his chest. Pat Spencer deserves to be in the league full time.
Before announcing to the world, even Coach Kerr had to co-sign that.
I think the other thing is that his coach realized that Pat is that. I think that became clear.
But the lore of Pat Spencer is so much crazier than anyone is telling you. If this man doesn't look like a typical NBA player to you, that's kind of the whole point. Because before he became a viral sensation, headbutting Alperen Şengün in the playoffs, he was actually a college lacrosse player, #1 overall pick in an entirely different sport, before he walked away from all of it. So how did the GOAT of lacrosse turn into this Warriors sniper telling entire arenas to go home?
Spencer corner three. He got it! Pat Spencer's gonna love him! Look at him beating his chest, screaming.
This is the most improbable path to the NBA you'll ever see in your life. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce Patrick Andrew Spencer. In college, Pat Spencer wasn't just a lacrosse player, he was a problem. At Loyola, Maryland, he lined up at attack. And from the second he stepped on the field, the entire offense might as well have been renamed to give the ball to 7 and get out of the way. By the way, when I later explain to you why he wears the number 61 in the NBA, you're gonna realize it's so much deeper than 6 + 1 = 7. Please be warned, some of you will cry during that part. Over 4 years in college lacrosse, Pat didn't just put up numbers, he rewrote the record books. He finished second all-time in points, which is insane when you remember he was doing that while passing first. He won the Conference Offensive Player of the Year every single season he played. And in 2019, he took home the Tewaaraton Award, basically the Heisman Trophy of lacrosse, officially stamping himself as the best player in the country. The crazy part is how NBA his brain already was even back then. Everything we rave about now with his feel for the game.
Dropped in the three. That's big time. Shot clock at 3. Quinn Post has been hot. Hits the iron barely. Pat Spencer there to guide it home.
He was doing the same thing in lacrosse, manipulating help, reading rotations, baiting defenders into stepping up, then punishing them. Most athletes will never sniff best in the world at anything. Pat Spencer was on track to be the face of an entire sport. If he wanted the easy story, that's where the movie ends. Kid from Maryland becomes a lacrosse legend, goes #1 in the draft, rides off into the sunset. But the reason his NBA story hit so hard is because that wasn't enough for him.
Amazing news. Pat Spencer three. Wow, Pat Spencer. Look at him celebrate too, styling on him.
He was already a lacrosse legend, and he still looked at all of that and said, I want to see if I can do it in basketball too. So he walked away from all of it. The new path was this: play 1 year of college basketball at Northwestern and try to get to the league. Irrational level of confidence? Sure, but that's what separates the great ones. Unfortunately, that year, there was no March Madness run, no blue blood hype. His season was cut short by COVID. So it was plan B: disappear to Germany, grind it out for Hamburg, then go to the G League with Capital City and Santa Cruz. If you've never watched that level up close, it's brutal.
I have been on the boat once.
Back-to-backs, early flights, weird tip-off times, coaches constantly tinkering with lineups, everyone on 10-day contracts or Exhibit 10s trying to make the league, living in buses and empty gyms, trying to convince people he's not just the lacrosse guy.
This is a lacrosse player, faking the three, driving baseline.
He got up easy for those easy bunnies.
There are many things I love about the Warriors organization. One of the main ones is how they manage to find generational talent where you least expect it.
I got my opportunity. It's not about where you go or what pick. It's about the fit, and I think Golden State will be a great fit for me. The style of play they play. I want to be a part of that bunch that changed that organization back around, and I'm definitely looking forward to getting out to the Bay Area and just earning my keep.
On February 22nd, 2024, Pat finally got his dream, signing a two-way contract with the Golden State Warriors. Fast forward a year later, and he had proved himself so much that Coach Kerr actually threw him out there in real minutes in the playoffs. And in his first ever NBA playoff series against the two-seeded Rockets, Spencer came off the bench and gave the Dubs pure flamethrower minutes, averaging 7 points in 7 minutes, on 77% shooting from the field, 50% shooting from three.
And Pat Spencer, an open three, banked it home! Pat Spencer with 9 here in the first half.
And 100% from the free throw line. This was when he got into it with Alpi.
And Spencer, and now Şengün has something to say. And Trace Jackson Davis, and here we go.
And now Şengün and Spencer and Jackson Davis shoves Albert Şengün. And now we have both teams needing to be separated once again, but it's not in the cast of characters that you were all expecting.
By the time this season started, the Warriors had signed him to another two-way contract. And now he is outperforming that contract, becoming the NBA sensation you know now, 17 against OKC.
Driving in on the shot blocker, nowhere to go. Fades, and Nowitzki! He went 1 foot Nowitzki and made it! What is happening right now? Pat Spencer tying his career high.
16 against the Sixers.
Amazing news. Pat Spencer 3. Oh, Pat Spencer. Look at him celebrating too, styling on him.
19 against the Cavs.
DeSantos on the step around on Hunter, back out to Spencer. Dropped in the 3. That's big time.
On top of all that, he wears number 61. Why? Because 6 + 1 = 7, his lacrosse number, and there are 60 picks in the NBA draft. 60 chances for every team to say no. 60 names called that weren't his. So he took 61, as a reminder that he's literally writing his own spot in this league. And that is the full story of the incredible viral sensation, Pat Spencer. And boy, is he a pleasure to watch.
Shot clock down to 9. Split action. Post has Maxey on him with a quick hands. Spencer 3. Good! Pat Spencer again! Look at him beating his chest. Pat Spencer deserves to be in the league full time. On the step around on Hunter, back out to Spencer. Dropped in the 3. You kick it back out. Did he give him the money sign? Man, I love Pat Spencer. Well, first name Pat, last name Spencer. And a new career high in his first NBA start in a 2-possession game and a Warrior win. Look at him waving. He's waving at the Cleveland Cavaliers fans. Go home. Get an early start. God, I love this guy. He makes them ball.